This week on Weller Does Delmarva, Woodbridge School Board's Julleanna Seely has a chat with us about the start of the school year. Susanne Whitney stops by to talk about law enforcement appreciation. 36th District Representative candidate Greg Fuller joins the conversation. And U.S. House of Representative candidate Lee Murphy drops by for an update on the campaign. We are live from the Weller Complex in Lincoln, Delaware. Here's your host, Jim Weller.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. A little bit chilly outside, but not too bad. And this is our new home away from home for a moment. In other words, we are not at Rudy's Family Restaurant right now, and we are in a unbelievably out in the middle of nowhere discreet location on Appels Road outside of Lincoln, Delaware, amongst the trees, the frogs, the snakes, and the squirrels are quite active out there now. They're stocking up for the winter, you would think. So anyway, good morning. You're watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva. We're talking to you live, so this is going to be on till 9 o'clock this morning. We've got a lot of different guests, a lot of different things to tell you about. We might get around to doing some giveaways. We're going to be loading up on more and more contests and giveaways over the next few weeks. I had to clean my office out a little bit, and I found a lot of junk. I meant a lot of interesting things that I'm going to just be giving away on the show. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it, so stay tuned for that. We're going to bring the prize wheel out here in the next week or two and spin the wheel to win. And we're just going to really focus on having a lot of fun over the next few weeks. So if you would like to join me on the show, there'll always be spots available, and we'll work you in or work with you. Advertising opportunities also exist. But for now, we're going to talk to the main man with TV Delmarva, the brains behind it all until he has to hire more brains. But anyway, Colin Walls.
Oh, okay. What time does
What
he
was
get
that?
here?
What time?
The
It's
guy with
you.
all the brains.
Well, you've been doing good this morning, you and your boys. It's nice to see you all work together.
Yeah.
Family adventure here, TV Delmarva. And you want me to get closer to you? Or
Well, that doesn't look like 6 feet, but that's for sure 6 feet there.
no
right?
doubt about it.
Yeah, okay. I
There's
thought
2
so.
feet on me, 2 feet on you, 2 feet on her.
2, 4, 6 feet.
6 feet. So
Oh, yeah.
anyway, so what's going on in your world?
Well, lots going on at TV Delmarva. Delmarva Newsnet, that's the
Yep.
newest thing.
That is. Rob
Pretty soon,
Petrie.
our sports channel is coming on. Well, it's not just Rob Petrie, but Rob Petrie is one of our local reporters. So he's doing the news cut-ins throughout the day. You'll notice if you're watching, it's channel 14.2, by the way.
14.2.
Over the air. So how
Over
do
the
you
air.
get channel 14.2? Well,
Let me think.
you point your antenna towards Seaford.
Right.
Our antenna is on the 500-foot tower just north of Walmart in Seaford. So
But to point your antenna, you don't have to raise it to 500 feet.
you don't have to.
Okay.
But you would
If you can.
If you can, I would
You
do
would
that.
you would be getting it loud and clear.
Yes, you would. Point
your
towards
antenna.
Seaford to just pointing at Walmart. That's close
Okay,
enough in
right.
Seaford. Yeah.
I would have said Texas Roadhouse, but that's okay.
Yeah, more people know where Walmart is.
That's
I think.
true,
But-
right.
But anyway, point your antenna there and then rescan your television.
Okay.
Channel 14 should come up.
Right.
If you already have 14, sometimes you have to rescan to get 14.2. It depends on the
Okay.
television. But 14.2, it's Delmarva Newsnet.
Right.
And so we're affiliated
Is it on
with
24/7?
24/7, yeah.
24/7 for
yeah, unless
real.
something
Okay.
happens.
Okay.
Sometimes something happens. But,
Okay.
but no, it is a 24/7 station. So if you remember the old CNN headline news, which you might not,
Okay.
you're not old enough, I'm sure.
Is that what it is?
Remember that?
but you are? Okay.
But that's kind of what it is. So it's a half-hour news format.
Okay.
And so every half hour,
It kind of restarts.
it restarts. So,
Okay.
there's sometimes when there's breaking news, you get that extra
You get
story
some-
in there.
okay.
And when the weather changes, you get the other weather story. So, and we have sports, but we have local weather.
Local weather.
From Delmarva Weather. Yep.
Okay,
those guys
that's
that help
good.
us on TV Delmarva.
Yep.
Then we've got Rob Petrie. He's doing the local news cut-ins.
Mm-hmm.
So every half hour, you're going to see one of
Something.
Rob's stories. Yeah.
Right.
So he's had some great stories this week. Also,
has.
go to our Facebook page. Look for Delmarva Newsnet on Facebook. Like that page, and you'll get all the breaking information there. So.
Okay. Breaking news.
Yes.
All right.
So TV Delmarva.
This is a free.
Delmarva
It's not a
Newsnet.
subscription, is it?
No, it's absolutely free. If you've got
Absolutely
a
free.
television and you have an antenna, and
You're
if you're
in.
in our signal range, you can get it. If you're not in our signal range, you can't get Newsnet, Delmarva Newsnet, but you can get TV Delmarva.
Okay.
And we need a pause.
All right, we're coming on the radio, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're listening and watching Weller Does Delmarva. Don't stare at your radio. We don't have that working yet. That feature's not working. We were talking to Colin Walls just a little bit about TV Delmarva and Newsnet.
And I was just getting to how do you get TV Delmarva? So
how do you
over
get
the
it?
air, channel 14.1 and 14.2. 14.2
Okay.
is Delmarva Newsnet. You point your antenna towards Seaford.
Right.
You rescan your television, and,
Okay.
and we should come up. Yeah, we'll
All right.
We'll look there. But also, we're on Amazon Fire Stick and Roku.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Colin will be back right about 7:30 with some more information on TV Delmarva. So anyway, hey, Jim Weller here. We're going to play a quick collage. This is our new weekly show. This is a brand new version of Weller Does Delmarva. We've not done this show yet. So here we go with a collage. Take it away, Bob.
This week on Weller Does Delmarva, Woodbridge School Board's Julleanna Seely has a chat with us about the start of the school year. Susanne Whitney stops by to talk about law enforcement appreciation. 36th District Representative candidate Greg Fuller joins the conversation. And U.S. House of Representative candidate Lee Murphy drops by for an update on the campaign. We are live from the Weller Complex in Lincoln, Delaware. Here's your host, Jim Weller.
Jim Weller is in the house. Good morning, everybody. And we are at the Weller Complex Catch It Live Studios, the headquarters of TV Delmarva. We're in the middle of nowhere in Lincoln, Delaware, because we are looking for a new location to take the show. So right now, we got a couple deals cooking, but right now we are here. So I want to tell you this is a weekly show. If you're listening for the very first time, we have a lot of people on the TV side say, I was just flipping through the channels and I saw this bald-headed guy and I thought it was Telly Savalas. I wasn't sure. And they kind of hang out a little bit. Next thing you know, they're hooked. We do take phone calls now and then and give stuff away. We're going to be breaking out the prize wheel in the next few weeks, and we're just going to be having a lot of fun. So if you got a business and you got something you want me to give away for you, okay, I know that sounds silly, but here's the way we would do it. If you have an item that you would like to give away as a promotion, you let me know about it. It could even be like a gift card for your business, and then I will steer people to your business through my show. I have an audience that likes free gifts. And I just want to let you know that that opportunity exists. So, maybe you have a business and you want to give out $10 gift cards to your business. You get them. You don't even have to get them to me. Tell me about it. And then I'll talk about it. We'll get you some winners, and they got to come into your business to get those gift cards. So I don't want like a discount card. I want it to be a gift card, or something like that. So anyway, Weller Does Delmarva is a weekly show. We have done this show now 369 times. We're starting our 8th year. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in and listening. We have a very responsive and upbeat audience, and we thank you for that. Want to talk about a sponsor segment real quick. Julleanne, we're going to get her on in just a second. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to talk about Peninsula Chiropractic Center, my chiropractic friends, Dr. T and Dr. Bud. People say, boy, Jim, I really love those guys. I met somebody just the other day that just loves going there. They go there, they don't feel 100%. They get there, and by the time they leave, they definitely feel just a little bit better. So if you need chiropractic care, Peninsula Chiropractic Center is conveniently located just outside of Seaford on the northbound lane, and it's Dr. Trillia, Dr. T, I call him, and Dr. Bud. These two guys are doctors of chiropractic. They're very friendly, knowledgeable. I'm going to tell you a little story. I talk about my grandkids all the time. I got a granddaughter, her thumb was numb. Her thumb was numb. Anyway, through some kind of an adjustment, her thumb is not numb any longer. So I have no idea what all chiropractic care does, but I really enjoy dealing there. And I tell people, you got something that ails you, if it ain't bleeding, I think you need to start with chiropractic care and then go from there. But anyway, it's Peninsula Chiropractic Center in Seaford, very conveniently located. They accept most insurances. You give them a call. They're very accommodating. They'll get you in as quick as you can, whether you were in an accident or got hurt on the job or you just got a pain in your back or your neck or your shoulder or somewhere, you check them out. It's Peninsula Chiropractic Center, 629-4344, 629-4344, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web. And yes, Dr. T is on Facebook, okay? So check him out there. So next guest, first guest of the day. Well, Colin was the first guest. So anyway, the next guest is Julleanna Seely, okay? I know another Julleanne who's very active in the community right now. But anyway, how you doing?
Doing great. Thanks
Good.
so much for the invitation,
Well,
Jim.
thanks for coming. Now, you told me you've been to this building before at some point in your life.
That's right. Probably a few decades ago. I hate
Yeah.
to say it, but yeah, actually back when it was the
Light FM?
Light FM, WXPZ, Christian
Yep.
radio station.
Yep.
Used
A lot
to
of people
listen-
remember that. Yeah.
Used to listen to that a lot as a young girl. So
Yeah, it was years ago.
Right.
It was years ago.
So,
So,
a lot of history here, like
A
you
lot
said.
of history here. Yep.
Right.
They took the old tower down and put a new one up, and I got the light off the top of it. It's kind of neat. And
Oh, wow.
Yep. So anyway, so that's where we're at for right now. It's called the Weller Complex in Catch It Live Studios. So I'm in the front and Colin's in the back. So anyway, what is up with you? You ran for the Woodbridge School Board.
Yes.
How did that go?
You know, it went great. Wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who
welcome.
came out and supported.
Yeah, man.
So I won by more than twice as many votes from
Wow.
my opponent. So that was pretty neat.
job.
But it really is a very interesting and complex time to be in this role.
Yeah.
you
Because
know,
of is school
with-
open or closed or what?
Right. So Woodbridge, and I'm really proud of this, Woodbridge is actually one of just 4 districts in the state of Delaware that chose to go back to school this year in a hybrid learning environment.
Okay.
So everybody else has gone back fully remote to start, and some
Fully
of them
remote,
fully
okay.
remote, meaning
Yeah.
all the students are learning from home,
Right.
and the teachers are teaching them through virtual,
Now, are
computer and things
Are the
like that.
teachers when they do virtual at home or at school?
It depends on the district, but typically they're at the school building.
At the school building, okay.
So that was probably the most interesting thing. Right when I got elected in July,
Yeah.
immediately my email inbox was flooded with
What are you gonna do?
With feedback from teachers concerned, truthfully, about going back to school with COVID still an issue, obviously, and then other teachers and parents saying, "Please open up the school.
Right.
Please send our children back. We feel like it's a good opportunity to get back in the school buildings. It can be done safely. And honestly, I think Woodbridge has done a fantastic job of safely getting the children back in schools. And then we've got some good setups for teaching them both in the school system and at home. And honestly, yes, there's opportunity to keep improving, particularly the remote side of things and
Okay.
getting that teacher involvement over the internet and,
Right.
and electronic media. But what's really worked well, so our hybrid plan it's pretty unique. Our students are split into A week and B week.
Okay.
So A week is anybody whose last name starts from A to L. So you've got about half the students going 1 week, and they go to school Monday through Friday. Physically. Yep, they're in the school
School
buildings.
buses.
Right, school
Okay.
buses. And of course, there was a lot of making sure that there's maximum of 23 students on a school bus. That's the guideline
Oh,
per the
okay.
state of Delaware. So then B week is students with the last name starting M through Z.
Okay.
Okay. So what that does is it actually makes so there's much fewer students in the school buildings at any one
Correct.
time.
Yes.
So it makes
By 50. Well, I don't know the numbers, but
right. It
a
makes
sizable difference.
Exactly. And honestly, a lot of students did still choose to go fully remote because they did have
that option.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So you have
Well, that was nice that you allowed that. That was
right.
good-
I mean,
good thought.
honestly, there was about a third of the students in the district, I think, almost chose fully remote.
Okay.
So then you have the remaining students split into 2 weeks. So it makes the social distancing very doable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy, don't get me wrong, because I mean, every day those custodians are working overtime. They're going all day long, wiping down things
Right.
to meet the guidelines set up by the Delaware Public Health.
Right.
There's a lot of guidelines we're having to follow. And you know what? They're doing a great job. It's hard work, but the teachers are doing a great job. I mean, what's being asked of teachers now is more than ever, truthfully.
Right. Oh, and custodians.
And custodians,
But school
and
bus drivers.
administrators, and everybody,
Right.
and of parents. The parents are having to do a lot more because even in a hybrid environment, there's a lot of remote learning.
Right.
So there's no question. School this year is so much different for everyone in the country, and it's complicated. But I really think our district is doing a great job. at trying to make that work the best we can and keep everyone safe and still learning. So it's really a unique time, and I always want to say thank you so much, particularly to the teachers and, like you said, the custodians, the staff, and the parents. I mean, thank you all for putting in the time and effort.
Do you have lunch?
Yes. So most of the buildings, they're bringing lunches to the classrooms.
Okay. Well, that's a whole nother load.
Yeah, exactly. And the interesting thing is actually at the Early Childhood Education Center, I went in there the other day, and the lunchroom, I've been going, because I have 3 kids in the district, I've been going to that school lunchroom for years, and usually it's full and noisy, and it's a whole different environment. So I went the other day, and they have desks set up in the cafeteria, but of course they're all at least 6 feet apart. So there's all these individual desks, and the children all sitting very quietly. So it's completely different. And that's one thing the teachers have noted, and I've seen, because there's so many fewer children in the schools, they have to social distance, they have to wear masks. So the school buildings are much quieter than normal,
I think this has got a lot of good things to it. In other words, I bet you got less clicks because, the students are almost being forced to engage with maybe people they hadn't made friends with yet.
Right. I mean,
so I think this would be a good thing in many ways.
We've been surprised and really impressed with the students. I mean, you're talking kindergarten and first graders who are arriving at school in masks. They have to wear the masks on the bus. They do have to wear them when they're walking around in the school building. But all the schools have mask breaks, so they're not wearing them for the full day.
Right.
They'll take them outside.
Is there recess?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Is there still detention?
Probably.
All right. That's what I remember about school.
But I mean, it's the whole 9 yards. I mean, you've got when students arrive at the school building, they're having their temperature checked before they go in. If they do have a higher temperature, they're going right to the nurse's office.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a very systematic and complex thing for sure.
Everybody's working harder.
But everybody is. But, that's what we've been so pleased to see is really how well the students are accommodating to this, to
and the
demands.
Teachers and everybody.
Exactly.
I mean, it's been a load on everybody.
Right. It has. So, and talk to any parent who's dealing with remote learning right now, and I haven't heard anyone anywhere in the country, I'm not talking about Delaware even, but anywhere, that says, oh, I like this, because it's complicated, it's hard, and we're really all hoping that this COVID passes sooner than later, and we can get our kids back in school, like they're used to. But
I'm glad you're on the board, because having children and being on the board gives you an opportunity to relate to things a little bit differently.
Right. So I do want to tell you, so my very first board meeting was in the beginning of August, and it was a special board meeting for the purpose of voting, do we return to school fully remote or hybrid? So I show up at this board meeting, and there had to be more than 70 people there.
Really?
If you're familiar with school board meetings, there's usually not very many people that show up. But there was a lot of teachers, again, parents that showed up, and I would say over 20 of them shared their strong opinion, whether or not we should go back fully remote or hybrid. And again, there was a lot of concern. Would it be safe enough to go back to school at all? And then again, there was parents saying, please, we think this can be done. Let's open up the schools. So the board, after testimony, it was a tough decision. I won't lie, because there was so much feedback, but the board voted 5-0 to open up hybrid.
You didn't have to flip a coin or nothing?
No, we weren't sure, how it would go, because there was different ones that were really weighing all the feedback. I mean, we really had to consider everything that was shared. And so far, like I said, the safety aspect of it, I think is going, even to me, what I've seen and heard, is going even better than expected. I think that, with all the different teachers and the different schools, we're all still trying to figure out some details of the remote learning to keep those students engaged a little bit better. But it is really going well. And
Well, I appreciate you.
yeah, well, thank you.
I mean,
And-
the whole school board, I mean, and what a challenge. I got to switch gears.
Okay.
We're out of time, but I want to ask you another question.
Okay.
Who's your dad?
My dad is Byron Allen.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a plumbing business.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Very kind-spirited gentleman.
He is. He is.
He is.
Yeah.
So, you got brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have
Okay.
I have an older sister.
Okay.
She's a real estate agent in Vermont.
Okay.
And then
Really?
my
Close to home.
and I have 2 younger brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So, can
All right,
I
well,
add one more
yeah,
thing?
go ahead. Yep.
So I was going to say, so Governor Carney and Secretary of Education Bunting came to our high school, Woodbridge High School.
In person?
In person.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, because they were so thankful that we were one of the districts that chose to go back hybrid.
Okay.
And Governor Carney said he wanted to visit the school to see an example of how it was being done.
Right.
And he was there for at least an hour, walking around with Superintendent Chazanov and the administrators, the principal and vice principal there, and just seeing firsthand what they're
it looked
doing,
like. Yeah.
how they have the arrows on the hallways,
Okay.
and the different precautions. And he took time to stand there specifically and talk to the cafeteria workers and
Mm-hmm.
thank them for the importance of their role. So it was really great because he specifically said, "Thank you for being an example in this."
Mm-hmm.
And
Because you're one of 4 schools in the district or the state?
one of 4 districts
4 districts.
in the
Okay.
state.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think
Okay.
it's Indian River and what is it, Seaford and Laurel.
Wow. Well, Sussex County people are pretty good at coming together
yeah.
and making things happen. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
All right. Well, anything else?
I think that's good. Thank you
All
for
right.
the invitation.
Well, thanks for coming. And
All right.
if you want to be on again, let Jackie know, in other
Okay.
words, and we'll go from there. Okay.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Take care. Thanks a lot. All right. There you go. Woodbridge School Board member, Julleanna, doing a good job. It's a big, high paying job, I'm sure. No, I don't think so at all. Well, her rewards are in her children. That's where it will be. So you're watching a show, Weller Does Delmarva. They tell me I'm more relaxed in this building than when I'm out in public. I don't know if I am today or not. But anyway, good morning to you. And we're going to be with you till 9 o'clock this morning. So I need you to do me a favor. If you're watching on Facebook, we've got many different guests coming up. And we have a whole series of questions for the next lady that's going to join us. But anyway, every half an hour, we have a different guest. Sometimes we have 2. And I want to let you know, if you own a business or you're involved in an organization and you need some help promoting things, get up with me. Let me know. In other words, sometimes there's no charge for being on, and sometimes there is a charge. It depends on whether it's a for-profit or non-for-profit. But anyway, I've got a good audience, and I thank my audience for watching. And we're talking to a lot of different people each and every week, and I appreciate you tuning in the show. So with that said, I want to talk about another one of my sponsors, which is my friend and my accountant, George Luff. And people had a gentleman call me the other day, owns many businesses, and said, I've been dealing with an accountant out of state, and I kind of want to deal with somebody local. I want to talk to somebody that lives local, has a pulse of the local community, knows what's going on. When I say Lewis, I don't mean lose. And I really recommend George Luff. I've dealt with him. His son Tyler now is a part of the organization, and so we talk to Tyler a lot also. But there's George and Tyler and Team Luff. There's quite a few people that work there. They have 3 offices, one in Milford, one in Dover, one in Rehoboth, and they can help you, whether you are a business and you need some accounting help, or whether you are an individual. Maybe you filed an extension and don't know what to do next. Maybe you are trying to work through all this PPE stuff, or I don't know if it's PPE or whatever, but if you need any guidance through some of this small business stuff that's going on, Luff and Associates is very in tune with the local economy and the local environment, and they can help you with your tax situations. They are CPAs, and I've been very happy with them now for 25, 30 years. So I want to let you know that, again, they are always looking for new clients, and we'll be glad to talk to you. But another service they provide, and I've mentioned it before, is called Easy Payroll. And I know some businesses that have signed up that don't deal with them for their accounting, but they want some help with their payroll. And payroll's just a little time-consuming thing. You know, if you own a business, especially a small business person, you don't really want to be bothered with it. You want just somebody else to take care of it so you can go ahead and keep your energies on running your business. So Luff and Associates will help you out with their easy payroll system. So how do you reach George or Tyler or Team Luff? You just give them a call. One phone number gets you to all 3 locations. It's 422-9699. 422-9699. It's Luff, Luff, CPAs.com on the web. Tell them I sent you. They'll take good care of you. You'll be very happy with them. They are local people, and they have done a great job for me. Now, June Jam is coming up. I've been told it's a go, okay? June Jam, many people have been going to it for years, and it's got a really good date. The 10th month, the 10th day. That sounds like next weekend to me. So anyway, it's 10/10/2020. So make plans to check out. It's their 42nd annual. It's like a festival, you know, like a music festival. And it's at the GNR campground just outside of Houston. And you can learn more on Facebook. Just look up June Jam or junejam.com, okay? I don't know if anybody out there that's listening would like to call in this morning and say good morning. And if you would, I'd like to give you 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's Ice Cream. So if there's anybody wants to be the first phone call of the day, the phone number is 422-7336. You dial it in that order, and it works every time. 422-7336. If you would like 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's Ice Cream, I'd like to give you 2. You pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville Tuesday through Saturday, and all you do is call me on the phone, say good morning, Jim, I'd like to have a couple gift cards to Vanderwin's, and I'll set 2 aside with your name on it. The phone lines are open now, 422-7336. 422-7336 is the number. If you call and it's busy, just hang up and call right back. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning, Jim.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. You're doing very good this morning.
I'm trying. Are you listening or watching?
I am listening on the radio.
All right. Does my hair seem straight and everything going good?
Can't see that, and I'm glad you can't see mine.
And
you don't have anything to worry about.
Are you back working with the school?
I certainly am.
It's nice seeing the kids
really
there.
enjoy it.
Yep.
Oh, I do, but I don't get to see the little children, you know, because they don't come through. They eat down in their classroom.
That's true.
The meals down there.
Well, I want to thank you for what part you're playing. I got 4 grandkids there, and they all love it. And it's different for everybody everywhere, but everybody's pitching in and doing a good job.
Yeah, they are, and I'm so glad the kids can come back to school. And we just pray that everybody will stay healthy, that we can continue on having school. That's our main goal.
I agree. So are you calling to say hi, or do you really want 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's?
Well, I would love to have the Vanderwin cards.
And do you use these things or give them away?
I gave some of them away, yeah.
I got you. And
as gifts.
Do you eat
children and whatnot?
Do you eat ice cream?
Oh, honey, I love ice cream.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. You're a little bit like me. You're a little bit short, right?
Well,
are you taller than me?
I had no clue. 5'2".
We're about the same. But anyway, we're both over 4 feet. We'll give it that, huh?
Oh yeah.
So, all right, I got you down, Connie. So 2 gift cards are waiting for you at Weller's. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Jim, and you have a wonderful, blessed day.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Bye. There you go. All right, I hear the music. We're going to take a break from the radio, so do me a favor. Switch over to tvdelmarva.com, and don't miss a thing, or Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook, because we never stop talking. All right, so anyway, I didn't stop talking, did I? Didn't even let the microphone switch over. So we're going to have Colin Walls back up here in just a minute or so, but I want to say thanks a lot to our TV audience. When Colin gets here, he's probably going to want to hear from somebody. So if there's somebody watching on TV, I want you to get your phone ready, and we want you to call and tell us where you're watching from. In fact, I'll take the call now, 422-7336. Now, we don't have any prizes or gifts for you. We just want to hear from you if you're watching TV. Soon, there's going to be merch. There's going to be TV Delmarva merch. We're going to get a merch motorhome, and Colin's going to travel the county giving away T-shirts and hats and bandanas and iron-on tattoo.
Iron-on tattoo, yeah. That sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. Iron on,
Make it a do-it-yourself.
DIY tattoo.
Yeah.
kit.
No, he's going to have on. Remember when you get a hole in your blue jeans? You used to get a hole in your blue jeans, and they had this thing that you ironed on and filled the hole. He'll be giving them away because I found a case of them.
TV Delmarva and Delmarva Newsnet. Let's talk about
All right,
that.
why don't you get serious now?
Let's
okay?
get serious here. Time
All
is ticking away.
Time is ticking away. All right, you're spending money
Maybe be like Kevin Short. Why
Yeah.
is that clock running?
on useless conversation.
All right, TV Delmarva.
Because
yes,
it knows
we
no
are,
different.
We are over the air, channel 14.1, channel 14.2.
All right.
So 14.2 is Delmarva Newsnet.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Brand new.
And we're going to be debuting 14.3 here soon. So
Are you
it's
really?
All Sports Television
There's
Network.
no stopping him.
Yep, All Sports Television Network, Delmarva.
Really?
Yes.
So it'll be 14.1, 14.2, 14.3.
Yep.
Is there going to be any more?
Yes, there
Is there any
eventually will be
stopping
more.
you?
I
Okay.
hope not.
All right.
I hope there's not any stopping.
This is going to be a big network
as
here.
long as the FCC doesn't catch on to all this.
Right. And the town of Lincoln outlaw it or something.
Right. So, Delmarva Newsnet is brand new.
Brand new.
Rob Petrie is heading up the news department.
Yep.
And it's a national network. So Newsnet is on across the country on lots
Yep.
of different sub-channels. But we have brought it here to Delmarva, to Channel 14. And it's a 24-hour news channel.
How many days a week?
24 hours, 7 days a week. So
It never closes.
So every half hour,
Right.
you're going to get everything you need to know within that half hour. You're going to get weather.
Okay.
You're going to get news. You're going to get sports.
All right.
And you're going to get local weather and local news.
Wow.
Local
quite a
weather is
package.
from Delmarva Weather.
Okay.
Hunter Alton, he's on there, so he'll
Yep.
have his little piece running on there.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to have Rob Petrie running on there, so and it's already running. So if you look forward on channel 14.2, point your antenna towards Seaford,
Right.
rescan your television and look for channel 14.2 and 14.1 and 14.3 soon.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's exciting,
and
folks.
lots. It is.
So what he's saying is, and he didn't really say it, is if you want to advertise,
Oh yeah,
there's room for you.
room to grow.
There's room to grow.
I think we have the best value of advertising on Delmarva.
I would
right now.
agree.
In any medium,
any medium.
any medium, yes.
Okay,
in
so-
the Delmarva market for sure.
Yes, especially the Lincoln area. No, I'm just kidding. The Lincoln area has nothing to do with it.
So
All right.
if you look at our signal, we cover 385,000 people.
No kidding.
No
So
kidding.
that's more than Lincoln.
That
Might be parts of
almost twice as
Georgetown.
big as Lincoln.
That might cover Ellendale and Georgetown. Maybe some Frederica. I don't know. Milford. It's hard to say.
It does.
All
Yeah.
right.
So I mean, I can verify that the signal reaches Frederica.
Okay.
I can verify that it reaches down into the Salisbury area.
But you're just counting the signal. You're not counting the Roku device,
well, exactly. Yeah.
the Amazon Fire Stick.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was at a campground last night and it made me think about the Amazon Fire Stick.
About having it at your campground.
Right.
Campground.
In other words, because you could just have it anywhere with you. In
can,
other words,
yeah.
so
But the other thing, if you want to watch TV Delmarva and you don't have any of those, you can use your phone, your tablet, your computer, go to tvdelmarva.com and click on the Watch Live button.
you're on the .com?
The .com.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're not just on the local web, you're on the World Wide Web.
World Wide Web, but you don't have to put the www in.
No?
No.
Just for yours.
tvdelmarva.com
All right.
and find us there.
Okay. You want to try to take a phone call?
We could take a phone call.
Did I already throw that out there? We need a phone call. Anybody watching on TV, just for the fun of it. We're going to call this
There's the
segment
number.
Fluff Colin's Feathers. Okay? We want to fluff Colin. We want him to feel good about TV Delmarva. So
I
is
hope
there
it
anybody, I hope it works now that I've said it like that.
Right.
Is there anybody watching on TV that would do us a favor and pick up the phone and dial 422-7336 and just say, I got you loud and clear. That's what we want to see. 422-7336, just for the fun of it, okay? 422-7336. Not the people watching on the radio. We're looking for somebody watching on TV Delmarva right now. We know you're out there because we can tell when you turn on. There's a little green light that lights up.
They're waiting for that giveaway, though.
All right, where's that empty tub of wipes? Stick 2 in there and give it away. Don't take your wallet out. Don't give out no money now.
No cash? Okay.
No cash. We'll give out 2 Vanderwin's gift cards.
Oh, I have one. Oh, I don't have it in this.
What's he got?
Took it out. Never mind.
All right. He was going to give out his Social Security card, but that's okay. We don't need it. All right. So anyway, 422-7336. I'm going to switch it. I'm not going to do 2 Vanderwin's. I want to give 2 tickets to the Clayton Theater.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do?
What's
in
that?
addition to that, I'm going to throw in a $5 Wawa gift card.
Oh, get out of town.
$5.
You're too generous.
TV
Stop it now.
watchers only.
Stop it now. You're putting me to shame. A $5 Wawa gift card.
Yes.
Is that for just the Milford Wawa?
That is for Wawa, period.
Nationwide.
Nationwide, yes.
Okay.
I haven't even scratched the PIN number off.
$5 at Wawa and 2 gift cards to the movies. Now, come on. Anybody got any cash? No, that's it. Oh, now we're out of time.
Now we're going on the radio.
All right, now we got to take that offer off the table.
Next
segment.
Next half
Go
hour.
outside and see if you can get some of them squirrels and bring them in here. All right.
All right.
We're a mess, ain't we? All right. I hear the music. I have to be quiet. All right, that was long enough. I can't take it any longer. Put me back on the radio. All right, so we're back on the radio. We're on TV. We're everywhere. We're going to give some more stuff away. At what time? 8 o'clock. That's probably Justin Ward. This is going to be a sponsor segment, folks. This is a sponsor segment. I am sure this is Justin Ward. Is that you?
Morning, Jim. How are you doing today?
Very good. I love your timeliness. You're very good at being on time.
We try.
We try. So on all the times you're on time, you are. Justin Ward of Visible Fence Brand of Delmarva, a great sponsor of the show. I appreciate you being here every week with me. And what do you want to tell us about today, Justin?
Yeah, we always enjoy calling in on Saturday mornings, and it's nice to just get up and get going and definitely talk to anybody that we can and network. And just Saturday's kind of a good way to kick back in the morning, get a good breakfast. But when you're eating with your dogs, just remember us. And we're really educating people on the training side of things. This week I spent a lot of time testing products and just talking to customers and allowing them to understand that we do a lot of hands-on training more so than just set up a system and let you have at it. We usually try to tell people you got to be patient for at least 2 weeks to be able to adapt your pet to the Visible Fence products and stuff like that.
Right.
I always refer to them as tools of the trade, but it's not like a cattle fence where they're going to bounce off of it. There's nothing that's going to hurt them or anything like that. We work with a lot of vets. Like I said, I do a lot of testing with products, stuff like that. So we want the dog to understand the training behind it and have them have a foundation to fall back on instead of just getting the correction and relying on that correction. The correction's only there to get the dog's attention and have that foundation to fall back on, no different than me or you learning a different job. We obviously wouldn't learn it in a week's time, so it takes a little bit of repetition pattern to get that down. So we actually got certifications coming up this month that a lot of us technicians, dealers, were actually going and learning all the new tricks of the trade and stuff like that and getting pre-certified to be able to train our pets and stuff. So a lot of people don't know that we do that kind of certification through our Visible Fence Brand Corporation. So it's actually, I think for me, it's going to be at least a 12-hour day of learning. So
wow.
That goes a long way.
I have a question. Have you noticed that the behavior of dogs has changed during COVID since people are home a lot more?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very interesting seeing how society is kind of changing and evolving, and our pets are included in that. So even out on the farm, our cattle and stuff like that, they're used to seeing us around a little bit more and stuff like that, so they become more tame, so to speak. But even with the pets that we work with in Visible Fence Brand, they're looking to play, and they're definitely being more attached. And when customers do leave the home, we're finding, because we do a lot of indoor solutions, that dogs are actually getting into the kids' shoes or getting into the trash cans, things like that. That they're just trying to get your attention because they're used to you being around, and they like to play, and it's all about getting that energy out for a dog. So,
but if a person finds that their dog is getting into an area of the house that they didn't normally used to get into, that's what I know somebody has experienced, that the dog all of a sudden is digging in the trash and never used to. And I told them about the pet rock. In other words, but that's not really the inside solution. You have something different for inside the house, right?
Yeah, we have the indoor solutions. We got them anywhere from 2 feet all the way up to 12 feet, so you can keep off countertops or end tables. We try to talk about this time of year, keeping them off the Christmas trees, Thanksgiving dinner table, stuff like that. So you can charge them for 24 hours and then move them anywhere you want in the house for 30 days. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, especially if they get in the trash can or if they're going upstairs or getting on the carpet or something like that, we can take care of that solution for you.
And it's
like
a little device. They would just move it around, right?
Yep, absolutely. I don't recommend moving it all the time, but yeah, you can use it. Like I said, you use it for the dinner table, and then you might move it over to the Christmas tree or something like that.
Right.
Christmas time. But like you had mentioned, some of those behaviors you encounter now that they've never done, it's just their way of getting your attention. So.
Because we're home more. People are around more.
Absolutely.
Or the kids are home because they're not at school and things like that. So, all right. Well, how do people get a hold of you for a free visit? How do they do that?
Yeah, they can call or text at 410-546-2436. Definitely check us out on Facebook and YouTube, or go to invisiblefence.com. You type in your zip code and we'll come up.
Okay. Thank you very much, Justin. Have a good weekend.
Yep. Everybody have a good weekend.
See ya. Bye-bye. Bye. All right, everybody, that was Justin Moore, Invisible Fence brand of Delmarva. The other day, our dogs were out, and I have the invisible fence, and somebody came up in the driveway, and they were scared of the dogs. And what was kind of neat, I just thought, you know what, instead of running in the house and putting the dogs away, I'll just walk past the line. Just walk down the driveway a little bit, and it worked out really good. And I was like, well, it was just another thing, just because the dogs never go past the line. Well, I want to say that we are here. We are live at the Weller Complex, and I want to just mention Mid-South Audio had their grand opening of their new location in Milton, Delaware, and it was phenomenal. They had a stage outside and had different bands playing throughout the day. They had food vendors there. You go inside, it's like a full-blown audio superstore. Now, they're not selling instruments, but they're selling like speakers, and like there was a whole display of headphones, and every one of them was hooked up. You could literally put them on and listen to things. Then you go around the other side of it, and there was 10 or 20 microphones all hooked up. And there's just all these things because, you know, a lot of people want to buy stuff online and then they get it and it looks a little smaller than it was in the picture. Or when you get it, it's smaller. And at Mid-South Audio, they're just as competitive as online, but they give you service, in other words, and they show it to you and help you through it. So if you're a musician, if you're involved in your church and you need some new microphones or something and you want to go somewhere and talk to somebody, my friend Mark Johnson is working there in the store. He's a musician himself. It's in Milton. It is where the Wyoming Millworks lumberyard used to be, and it is beautiful. So you owe it to yourself to just stop in and check it out, whether you're, you know, just on the town board, you know, of your town and you're starting to do meetings remotely and you need some advice or input or help or equipment, they can help you. It's Mid-South Audio, 856. They kept the same phone number, 856-6993, 856-6993. And they're on the web at midsoutaudio.com, and they're very active on Facebook too. So with that said, my next guest, her name is Susanne Whitney, and she goes by Susanne. That's what her friends call her. Or do they call you Susie? What do they call you? Suzanne?
Susanne.
Suzanne. All right. So Suzanne is talking about a huge event to honor law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
Just to give back an attaboy, a thank you for your service. And it's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
So tell us about it.
It is we are calling it the Law Enforcement Community Day.
Okay.
It is at Piccadilly Vineyards in Felton.
Beautiful place.
It is. From 11 to 5.
11 to 5.
At noon, we're going to do a brief memorial service to honor the 44 names that are on our wall in Dover.
Okay.
Those men and women that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for us.
Yeah.
The rest of the day, it's just some fun and games. We have 6 or 7 cornhole board sets, a couple horseshoe sets, a volleyball.
Is this an event that's free? I hate to say it that way, but
it is absolutely
free parking.
Well, yes, everything is absolutely free except for the money that I want you to spend on our auction items.
Right.
Because we have about 50.
Is it live or silent?
Both silent and Chinese.
Silent and
Chinese auctions. We
Okay.
have about 50 items
Wow.
donated from all over. And
All over.
Wonderful items.
Okay.
We also we'll be doing a 50-50 that has a couple different prizes.
There'll be
other
some
than
food
just the
for
money.
sale?
Yes, Pizzadilli's is providing food, beer,
But you got to
wine.
buy it.
You got to buy that.
Right.
That's all
Right.
theirs. But any of the money raised from the auction items and the raffles and the 50-50s are all going to the Memorial Fund in Dover, because that was the memorial that was damaged a few months ago.
Correct.
And to pay for any remaining repairs and the maintenance, because it does take a lot of money to maintain that.
Right.
And I think it needs to be.
I agree.
Any money raised is going to go to that. All of our profits all of our expenses have already been covered.
Okay.
We already have about $600 to give them.
Really?
So anything that
Do you have
they
a goal?
spend. No, I always scare myself.
Okay.
I'm afraid
well,
I'm gonna.
Couple thousand.
I would love that.
Okay. All
I
right.
would love that. But any money raised is going to go to the memorial fund.
So, what if somebody just said, you know what, I can't make it, but I want to donate some money? What do they do?
They can call me. I will.
All right. How do
whatever
they call
I
you?
will
Give them
go
a phone
wherever.
number.
302.
Yep.
233.
233.
8719.
8719. Okay, I'm going to call you and make a $250 donation.
Well, God bless you. Thank
and
you.
I want to challenge all my local business friends to consider making a donation to this, okay, if you would. And so give Suzanne a call. I did say Suzanne. That's good. I was worried. Anyway, 233-8719. If you can't make it, I don't think I can make it, but I'd like to make a donation, so I'll get Jackie to take care of that. But I just want to encourage people, because this was is it like a pewter or stainless steel, this thing we're trying to fix? It's
believe
made
it
out of
was
metal.
brass, bronze,
Something.
maybe?
And they tried to
Something.
cut the head
They
off
cut
the
the head
man that
off,
was kneeling
yes.
down. I mean, it was pretty sick, in other
was.
words, you know. So this is a law enforcement memorial. Then you're having a fun event. So we're talking cornhole. Bring the kids.
Oh, most
Is
definitely.
it pet friendly?
Yes, it is pet friendly.
So bring your dog, keep him on a leash,
Yes.
bring your little
And
bag
we
to pick stuff up.
have fire trucks coming out.
Really?
Antique police cars.
Oh, is there some vendors?
There are vendors. We have everything from
10 or
people
15
that
of 'em or
I
something?
believe it's like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Everything from the usual Pampered Chef, Scentsy, Mary Kay,
Right.
to
Any
just
hair
some
products?
local. I believe so.
I'm just checking.
Other-
Asking for a friend.
And
I'm
some
kidding.
just local people that do their own little creative woodworking.
Okay.
Tumblers.
So it's
you know,
kind of a
things.
little family-friendly event. You come, you can, have some food, get a glass of wine, buy a 50-50 ticket. I'm sure there'll be some law enforcement people to meet and shake their hand and thank them.
Most definitely. It's been a tough year for all of us.
Oh, I know.
2020's not been fun.
No, it's not been fun.
No matter your profession.
We've all grown, though.
Yes.
We are
most
more
definitely.
resilient this year, for sure, than we've been in a long
You're
time.
not kidding.
I've actually enjoyed it as a businessman. In other words, because it's causing me to think like I did when I started my business.
Yes.
In other words, when you have a business, I've been in business 46 years.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, you're trying to be creative. You're trying to outthink your competitor. And then business gets good and you get busy and you get a little lackadaisical. And so this year here has caused me to put on my thinking cap. And I've actually, it's been refreshing for me. To have to do and think
most definitely.
like I used to when it was the beginning days. So,
Well, and that's one of the things I'd like, because it has been such a tough year. I am so proud and so impressed with the individuals and the businesses that have donated.
yeah, because you knew they were already having a tough time.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Well, and why are you doing this? I mean, are you connected to law enforcement?
I have family members
Okay.
in law enforcement. I've worked with them periodically the last
Okay.
20 years, and I think I just bleed blue.
Right.
It's a profession that I don't believe gets near the respect that
Mm-hmm.
it used to and that it should. And I don't think unless we get out there and mingle with them on a non-professional level.
Correct. Get to know 'em.
And or learn what they do and procedurally and
Right.
all of that. If you don't understand it, then you can't appreciate it, I guess.
They have a thing called the Citizens Police Academy. They might not have had it this year. I don't know.
sure.
But anyway, I went to the very first one that the Delaware State Police did 20-some years ago, maybe 28, 29 years ago. And it gives you an entirely different perspective because it is one of the only professions, I think, that you can go from saving a life to taking a life to giving your life
Yes.
at any given moment during the course of the day.
Correct.
You go from stopping somebody for speeding, giving them a ticket, getting cussed out for that, to turning around, you go to an accident where a drunk driver just killed some family,
Yep.
to getting in a situation where a guy's freaking out or whatever and won't be compliant, and you possibly could give your life. It's a gamut of things that just happen minute by minute. And I encourage everybody to, to go out of your way to befriend somebody in law enforcement and learn what it's like, what their days are like, because it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yes, I usually hold an annual rally, and I held one last year, and I tried to get an officer to speak. And the patrolman from the town of Camden, he'd been on about a year, spoke and mentioned that one of his first weeks or so on the job, he had to handle a fatal accident.
Yeah.
And when he arrived on the scene, it was someone he knew.
Yeah. Think about that. And at that moment, he doesn't have any opportunity to fall apart. He has to hold his composure, get things under control, be kind to the person that ran into them, and treat them with courtesy, and so on and so forth. It's hard. It's hard,
Yeah, it's not.
And then it's hard on the family.
It is. I mean, we all have jobs that,
Yeah.
we may not like, or people
Right.
may not like us for it. I'm a criminal defense paralegal.
Oh, wow.
But
You're popular.
yeah, I know. Sorry.
Wow. But somebody's got to do it.
Somebody has to do it,
Yeah.
and I don't understand why we have to be so angry with it.
Right. Right. I agree with that. So anyway, tomorrow, this is a 1-day only offer. It's tomorrow.
Yes,
Rain or
it is.
shine, probably.
Yes, and it looks
Yeah.
like the weather is absolutely
Yep,
perfect.
I agree.
As usual, the good Lord is shining on us.
Yep. So it's up at Piccadilly's. I know there's a seafood market right almost in front of it on the highway there.
Yes.
And it's near that auto auction.
Yes.
It's there. So it's a nice event, free parking. Bring your dog, bring a leash, bring the little bag to clean things up. But it's a good time. So it's tomorrow. You don't have to spend a dime, but at least buy a 50-50 ticket or consider
Exactly.
supporting it in some way. She has a goal. I'd like to see her make, $5,000, but all the money's going to be donated and put to good use. And that's about where we're at. So I'm just going to say, again, you can give Susanne a call at 233-8719 or text her if you have any questions, and get involved in any way that you can. And thank you for doing this,
And
okay?
thank you for having me on again.
All right, and Jackie will get up with you about this, okay?
Sounds good. You have a great
All right,
day.
yep, take care. Thank you for being here.
Will do.
And if you have something in the future, you'll let us know.
Will do.
Fair enough. Okay, there she goes, everybody. Check it out tomorrow. All right, what else is going on? We are sitting here. We're having a good time. I've got Jonathan Walls in here. I've got Colin the second in here. I've got Tracy working with me. Colin Senior. I don't know if he's senior or just Colin, but he's in the back. And it takes quite a few people to put this show together. So I want to say thanks a lot to everybody, and the people that are on the show now are kind of coming out in the middle of nowhere, and they got to watch out for the deer and the frogs and the squirrels and who knows what else. I seen a raccoon the other day. I thought my cat had been hit. I stopped, and it was a raccoon. His nose was longer than my cat's nose. But anyway, didn't take me long to figure out I don't have to bury that animal. But anyway, so that's that. And I would have been sad. Let me say that too. But I was thinking, I got all these back pains. Now I got to bury a cat. But it wasn't that at all, folks. But we're out in the middle of nowhere is what I'm saying. We're out in the country. So you have to drive differently out here. All right. If you see my wife out and about today, she's on some bike ride going somewhere. She's doing the Seagull Century. She's going to ride 100 miles, but they're not doing it as a group this year. So I forgot where she told me she was going, but anyway, she's out and about, and my kids are at Yogi Bear Campground camping. So if you're at Yogi Bear Campground, look them up. They'll be the unruly group. No, we're having a good time there. I taught kids last night. They were throwing sand at each other, and some of them got sand in their eyes, and I laid them back, and I poured water in their eye, and I said, see, I know how to do everything. And my kids are like, you're crazy. So we have a good time. I love my grandkids. We had a good time at the Yogi Bear campground there outside of Lincoln. Now listen, let's talk about imaging. People say, who gets excited about imaging? Well, I do, because I like good service. So I want to talk about Ocean Medical Imaging in Milton, Delaware. Okay. And I recently needed an MRI. My insurance company didn't want to approve it, and I got kind of uptight about it. And I thought, I'm just going to pay for this thing. I need it. I know I need it. I need to get on with my health care. So I went and shopped around for MRIs, and I found out that I could have paid $2,400 at one place for an MRI, or I could have went to Ocean Medical Imaging and got an MRI for $450. Now, where do you think I went? I went to Ocean Medical Imaging. Now, I've dealt there for years anyway, but this was the first time I self-paid for something, so I got a little price conscious. So anyway, if you need some imaging and you're going to pay for it, Ocean Medical Imaging runs about 50 to 75% less expensive than the hospital or a hospital outpatient center. So keep that in mind. If you have a high deductible that you have to pay your deductible before your insurance pays, that matters too. So if you want good service, they're very timely. Like when I call, they get me in real quick. They'll get you in quick. Because when you need something done, whether it's a mammogram or a CT scan or an MRI, ultrasound or an X-ray or an EKG, you want to get on with it, okay? In other words, so it's a great place. It's conveniently located in Milton, very quick appointments. They accept most insurances. The place is clean and neat and all modern equipment. Dr. Jonathan Patterson is the owner of it. They're celebrating their 11th year of serving our community, and they will do a good job for you. So look them up online at oceanmedicalimaging.net. That's oceanmedicalimaging.net. Call them on the phone. Check this phone number out, 302-684-5151, 684-5151. They're also on Facebook. They're good people, locally owned and operated. If you need any type of imaging, I highly recommend checking out Ocean Medical Imaging, and they'll get the stuff right to your doctor real quick. So anyway, check them out, 684-5151. We are live. We are sitting right here inside the Weller Complex, Catch It Live Studios. TV Delmarva's in here. There's a lot going on here, and a lot of history at this building. Just a lot of things that have happened here over the years in different radio stations, and now we've got it, and that's where we're at. Let me tell you about a big event. A big event. You know what? There's papers on the copier. Could you give me them, please? Anyway, this is happening. This is a today-only offer. Today only, okay, is the Delaware State Police Camp Barnes Benefit Stock Car Race. And that starts this afternoon. Probably I wouldn't get there much more before 5 or 6 o'clock. But tonight they're having the super late models. They're having modifieds. They're having the mod lights, the vintage, the little Lincoln cars, the Chargers, and the super trucks. It's an entire night of racing. All the proceeds go to help Camp Barnes, okay? So this was canceled earlier in the year because of COVID. It's a brand new date, and it's a today-only offer. But listen, does anybody out there remember Little Lincoln Speedway? Does the name Eddie Pettyjohn ring a bell with anybody? Well, tonight they're honoring Eddie. He will be there. There are some big surprises that Eddie doesn't even know about that are going to take place, and it's going to be a really cool evening of memory, some racing legend Eddie Pettyjohn, some good local dirt track racing. If you've never been to a dirt track race, you need to do this, okay? It's a lot of fun. They sell food. They've got really nice bleachers, and it's a great place. It's located right on the highway in Delmar, and everybody's invited, okay? It doesn't matter how much you weigh, how tall, how short you are. You need to go to this event. Take the kids, take the grandkids, and check out the 48th annual Camp Barnes Benefit Stock Car Race. And I thank Charlie Cathell and the Cathell family, the owners of Delaware International Speedway, for putting on this event and allowing them to use the facility. So check it out tonight only, October 3rd, 2020, the 48th annual Camp Barnes Benefit Stock Car Race. It is a fundraiser. So, they might be selling 50-50 tickets or raffle tickets. I don't know. And what else do I got here? I printed stuff and almost forgot to get it off of the copier. So anyway, I'm here inside the studio. What? You did forget. I did forget. I almost forgot. I did forget. Tracy got it. Now, one more quick thing. I do want to tell everybody about this. A friend of mine named Jack Fitzgerald passed away a little bit over a week ago. And today at Crossroad Community Church in Georgetown, starting at noon, they're going to, have a time of, gathering of people and getting together and reminiscing and showing your respects and paying your respects. And then at 1, there's going to be some type of a service. So if you knew Jack and know Jack, this is a man that, has been in recycling of cars. He has a salvage yard, and they have been in recycling before recycling was even a thing. But more important than that, Jack was a pillar in the community, a good Christian man. He wore his faith on his sleeve relentlessly, has done many things for our community, and he was good to me. He taught me character. He taught me forgiveness. And today is a celebration of life for Jack Fitzgerald, starting at noon, but starting officially at 1 at Crossroad Community Church, and everybody is invited, okay? All right, I hear the music. We are taking a break from the radio. We're going to talk to Colin Walls. We got some giveaways. We're looking for somebody that's watching TV that can watch TV and dial a phone. I know that's called multitasking, but that's what we're looking for. So get ready to call us, 422-7336. We got some things to give you. We are looking for somebody that's watching on TV.
Right.
Now, I'll tell Colin this in a little bit. Okay. I don't want to waste your time.
So what are we giving away when they
What are we giving away?
I'm giving away a $5 Wawa gift card. You're giving away a what?
2 gift cards to the Clayton Theater. Okay? So, go to the movies, movie night.
Go to the movies. So, and stop by Wawa.
Stop by
way
Wawa.
There on the way back. And,
or
get $5 worth of gas.
Right. Now, they don't have to use that Wawa gift card the same night they're going to the movies, do they?
They don't, no.
They don't.
It's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement.
Not a requirement at all.
We're having a hard time getting the phone to ring here.
So, TV Delmarva, let's talk about what's on TV Delmarva. Of course, Saturday morning's your show. Starts at 7 a.m.
See how he says it Saturday morning's your show.
So, 6 o'clock a.m. on Saturday is actually the start of some of our local programming. So, we're playing The Sound of Delmarva here. That was a show that was on that we had to stop because of the COVID stuff. But that was on TV Delmarva. So we're playing reruns of that. Starts at 6 a.m.
Okay.
The Sound of Delmarva. Then we have your show, 7 to 9, Weller Does Delmarva. And then 9 to 10 is Anthony Joseph's show. And, he has local sports figures. He has national sports figures.
Doesn't he have a golfing guy?
He's got a golfing guy this week, yes.
A golfing
guy from the Rotary.
Yeah.
And then he also has the coach of Indian River High School football. So lots of good local stuff happening there. Then we have Studio J with Jessica Martinez. She's got a brand new show this week. And Coastal A&E with host Michael Sprouse. He's going to be talking to Eddie Sherman about the True Blue Jazz Festival.
Here we go.
Yeah, so lots of good things there. But also, let's talk about the non-local programming.
Okay.
These are shows you've heard of, Jim.
All right.
So let's just say...
Is Lassie in there?
Let's start at 6 o'clock during the week.
Okay, 6
Weekdays,
o'clock.
6 p.m. You get 2 episodes of Forensic Files.
2 of them.
6 and 6:30.
When one is not enough, 2.
That's right. So 7 o'clock...
Makes me think when I watch that show.
It does.
It does. Would I have done
what
it
you
that
can
way?
get away with?
What you can get away with and how dumb some criminals can be.
Yeah, really. Yep. And how smart some are, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
But they still get caught.
All right.
They always get caught in those.
They always get caught. And it's amazing how the police can do it all in a half an hour.
Weekdays, that's right. Weekdays at 7 p.m., Pawn Stars. So that's, out in Las Vegas, that pawn shop.
You know,
out
the man
there.
just passed away.
Which one?
The father.
The old man, they called him. The old man.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't hear that.
Yep.
So, well, anyway, he still lives on TV Delmarva.
Yes, he does.
So every day.
Yes, he does.
7 p.m.
His legend continues.
That's right. So 7 p.m. on TV Delmarva is Pawn Star. 7:30, Impractical Jokers. That is a funny show. Have you ever seen that one? You've never seen that.
Not yet.
You're like, I don't know
me.
what that is.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. So
it's hilarious.
Watch that. 8 o'clock starts a movie.
Starts a movie.
Is
that the name of the movie? It starts a movie?
Yeah, last night was The Dog Who Saved Halloween.
Oh, my gosh. We need that dog this year.
We do.
The dog that saves Halloween. Where is he?
He needs to do it again this year.
Right.
After the movie, 10 p.m. weekdays is Pawn Stars again. 2 episodes of Pawn Stars.
2 episodes.
And then we get into the trash TV.
What's that mean?
I call it. Cheaters. 2 episodes of Cheaters.
There you go.
From 11 to midnight.
Yep.
So,
that's a good one.
It is, yeah. If you're into that, we got
and
it.
when you see your neighbors on there, It blows your mind.
Yeah, and you can tell it's TV we're really, really proud of because we put it on between 11 and midnight. All
right.
But hey, some people are into that and they like it, and and I watch it because it's my station and I have to watch it.
He has to watch it. Make sure his commercials run.
That's right. So, but anyway, lots of great things going on TV in Delmarva. Look, you're like, what is this coffee cup here?
What are we going to do to get the phone to ring?
I don't know.
Tracy, go outside and call us up. No.
Newsnet. So Newsnet is yes, you are.
Yeah.
Newsnet is channel 14.2. So if you look and you realize you don't have 14.2, just rescan your television.
Yes, please.
And it should come up right there.
And soon we'll be having you rescan for 14.3.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's no end in sight. Well, you can't go past 14.100, and how high can you go?
Well, I think technically I could go as many as I want.
Really?
But the bandwidth would get so small that it would be really.
And your commercial
pixelated.
Time is so short.
Now the commercial time wouldn't matter, but it would be the bandwidth. So you lose bandwidth every time you add another channel. So the equipment I have right now, I can do 8 channels.
That's enough, Colin.
That's my goal, is to fill
8
out all
channels.
8.
All right.
Yeah.
Is the phone going to ring? Is there anybody out there that would be
they're
willing?
Waiting for the ice cream cards, I think.
I don't know. Hey, how about a pepper? No, it's not peppermint. It's wintergreen. I got a wintergreen mint.
Green.
Let me throw that into the deal. Now, I couldn't do that twice in a row.
No, but you don't get the coffee cup because it's the only one I have.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're not giving the coffee cup away?
I never said I was giving the coffee cup away.
And it had coffee in it, and I'm throwing the mint in there?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Prep for the radio. Get your collar straight.
All right.
Make sure your glasses are straight. All right. Get out of here, Colin. Thank you. All right. He'll be back. We're going to up the ante here sooner or later. Free autographs next. All right, here we go, everybody. We're back on the radio. I hear the music, by golly. And it's Jim Weller, and you're listening to a show like no other show. It's called Weller Does Delmarva. And we do this show on purpose. People think, wow, why do you even do this thing? I do it because I have a lot of fun doing it. I want to brag on one of my sponsors. His name is Josh McNeil. People hear me talk about him every week, and I talk to people that deal with Josh. So anyway, if you need some blacktop work done, maybe you've got a stone driveway, maybe you've got a driveway with a bunch of potholes and you just can't take it any longer. It's McNeil's Paving, 3rd generation now, okay? I think Josh is the 2nd, and I think some of his sons are the 3rd. But anyway, been in business over 60 years serving our community. So if you've got a driveway and you've got some cracks in it or the grass is growing up through it, what, did the camera break the first time? The first person that broke the camera, Greg Fuller. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I just want to say, if your driveway needs sealing, okay, or if you got some cracks you need filled, it always looks so good when they do that. You know, he does a nice job. If you've got some holes, like one time I had some roots growing up through they came in, they cut that section out and put a patch in there. It looks just like new. So anyway, I just want to let you know that if you need any type of blacktop work, you give Josh a call. He's licensed, he's insured. He works in Kent County, Sussex County, parts of Delaware, parts of Maryland, parts of Virginia. He does a good job. I like him. You'll like him. Give him a call. His phone number is 302-945-7131. You got to dial it in that order. 945-7131. McNeil's Paving. Josh McNeil. If you don't need anything done, would you just call Josh and say, good morning, Josh. We thank you for supporting Weller Does Delmarva. And we thank all of our advertisers, all of them, each and every one of you, because that's how the show exists, by good advertisers. Now, I'm a little teeny bit behind, but I'm going to move right on to my next guest, a good long-term friend of mine, which is like an endurance test for him, being my friend. But anyway, Greg Fuller, he is running for the 36th district representative, and Greg is a good guy, and I'm excited to have him here on the show. So how you doing there, young man?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Jimmy, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, and it's nice having you here, and you're out and about, and you want to make a difference. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, just a little bit about me. I'm a native born and raised in Philadelphia, but I've been here longer than I lived there, going on 31 years now.
Really? Wow.
And been married to my lovely wife, Esther, for be 25 years on the 14th of this month.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
To Esther.
Yeah.
You married up.
We both needed. Yeah,
yep.
I did.
You both got blessed, but you married up.
Amen.
Yep.
So, but and then I got 2 grandsons from my son Greg, and then my son Doug and his wife are.
So you got an investment in our community.
Oh yeah, always have.
You know what I mean? In
For a
other
long
words,
time.
but now I see why you're so passionate about wanting to make a difference out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I'll be honest, Jimmy. You know where my real passion comes from.
Right.
It comes from above.
I agree with that.
Okay, so and that's where I've learned. And just, I remember we were talking at that diner there in Lewis,
Right.
at Dan's, and we said we was going to keep this conversation, just regular conversation like
Right.
me and you do as
Right.
as believers.
Yeah.
And something I've been thinking about is my pastor's been doing a message on changing the way we think.
Okay.
You see all the things going on.
Right.
And in that message, one of the acronyms he uses is the word change, actually.
Okay.
And it's pretty neat. And you take the word change, and it stands for choosing to have another necessary growth experience.
Constantly.
That's it. We have to do it.
We
It's
have
based
to
up-
have a change. We have to grow.
That's it. We got to grow up into Him.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
But
a higher power.
that's it.
Better
Higher
than,
power.
smarter, and wiser than us.
Yes.
And also more forgiving than us.
Yes, much more forgiving.
The world is so absent of grace right now.
Yes.
Everybody is just mad about everything.
Everything.
You know, and it's sad. It's sad.
It's very sad,
So,
Jimmy.
But
Go ahead.
so I understand, you know, I mean, I've known Greg, and he is a good Christian man, a good family man, a man of faith, understands where his blessings come from. But at the same time, you've got gifts, you've got talents, and you want to apply them.
Yeah, to a degree. But always, whatever we apply, all our good things, all gifts come from we know where.
Absolutely.
So we can't do anything without
That's true.
that higher
Right.
power.
Right.
Because everything we have, everything we are, it belongs to Him.
That's right. I agree.
So if we have that understanding and that we're just
Following.
stewards.
Right. Stewards. Right.
stewards over
Of our
whatever it is
blessings.
that He,
Yeah.
that's it, whatever
I
He
agree.
gives us. And yeah, we want to use our talents to serve the people.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt about that. Because service is, we learn from to be servant leaders.
Right.
Because we first take an example from the person who served first.
And we're really all in the people business.
That's it.
At the end of the day, you know, politician, fireman, trailer salesman, whatever, carpenter, contractor. At the end of the day, even a pastor, we're
it.
just in the people business.
That's it.
And people are at all different stages of life,
Yes.
different stages of situations. You know,
Yes,
a
they
bad
are.
health report, or you know, a financial change, or something like that.
That's
and
it.
and we've got, this is where the word compassion. I mean, I'm watching TV more and more, and I realize I see a culture change to where there's too much coming at us.
Yes, it is.
And I don't know that our brain was designed to process that much. And it's just, you know, our cell phone is like an electronic ball and chain. I mean, in other words, we are controlled by it. We could be in a wonderful conversation and it dings, and all of a sudden a moment changes because we wonder what it is.
Ain't that the truth?
It is. It really is.
Sometimes you
know?
got to turn those devices off, and
Right.
sometimes it's amazing that sometimes we talk about fasting, you know, from food and substance.
Right.
But sometimes we need to just fast from TV.
Right.
Fast from
Distractions.
media. Fast
Yeah.
from distractions.
Yeah.
And just take that Selah moment.
Right.
That pause.
And that's so hard nowadays.
Yes, it is.
You know, in other words, the other day I pulled off to the side of the road to just catch my breath
Wow.
from being behind an odd driver that got me uptight.
Okay.
So I just pulled over, and I had like 3 people stop to see what I was doing parked alongside the road. Am I okay? Do I have a nosebleed? It was amazing to me. In other words, you know, but I just pulled over because I don't do well with aggressive drivers.
Okay.
And if you live in Lower Delaware, the amount of people that visit here, you look in your rearview mirror and you can see their hands right up on the steer. They're like riding a
I know.
motorcycle, you know, in other words.
How
and,
true.
and I have just took this new little approach to where I just need to pull over and take a deep breath, because any way I act is going to definitely not glorify God.
You
And
got
so
that right.
I'm learning my own boundaries, my own frailties, you know. So, but anyway,
true.
time. I do want to ask. I see your wife out here, but is that a granddaughter?
That's my grandson.
Oh, a grandson.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
it's
keep
got a
his
hat
hair
on.
braided.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they keep
Yep.
his hat-
Well, would he
keep it
like to
braided.
join you for a minute or no? I don't know. Would he like to be on TV? Come on in here, young man.
You want to come on?
Have a seat or stand right there. Either one.
Come on.
I just want to say hi
Say
to
hi
him.
to Mr.
I
Weller.
like the army hat. How are you doing? Push that mic down just a little bit. So just push the top.
Like that.
All right. What is your name?
My name is Drennan.
Drennan? Say it for me.
Drennan.
Drennan. Okay. And how old are you? 30? 3, 5, 7?
3.
3? How old is he?
How old are you?
3.
3.
You're not 3. Say 4.
4.
4.
He forgot the birthday. He needs to have another one. All right. And you're here with Pop and Mum? All right. And what are you doing today? Anything exciting? What are you going to do?
Nothing.
Nothing? All right.
Tell him you're going to play with Sonny. That's all you like to do is play with Sonny.
Wow.
That's
He has
my
long
dog.
hair for a young man.
Yeah, he does. His dad
Kinda cool.
Platted it when
Wow.
he was young and let it grow.
Really?
I was like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because we admire people with hair.
I envy sometimes people with hair.
Ha
Say hi.
Say hi.
Hi. All right. Well, we're going to let you go. Is that all
Go
right?
back to Nana.
All right.
Take
You
your
go
flag.
ahead. Take your flag. That was just an impromptu moment. So anyway,
was.
well, Greg, is there anything you want to say? Like, how does somebody get to know Greg Fuller? Where are you steering people to?
I'm steering people to the webpage, Jimmy,
Okay.
and you can find more about me on www.gregfullersr.com.
Really?
Yeah,
State
you
rep.
can go right there, senior.
Senior.
Yep,
I
Greg
thought it
Fuller
said state
Senior.
rep.
Yeah, you said
So-
you speak
okay.
it. Speak it.
Okay.
You
Well, I
know the
wasn't
power-
sure. So
the power
anyway,
in your
yeah,
tongue.
I agree. So,
But yeah, www.gregfullersenior.com. That's my webpage. Tells
Okay.
you quite a bit about me
Okay.
and a little history. My heart is for people because for the first place I learned to serve. You know, I've served my country as far as in the military, but
Right.
the first place I learned to serve was in the house of faith.
really.
Because
How
that's
long
the
you been a
first-
Christian?
Oh, rededicated my life in 1993.
Really?
So that's about, what, 30?
Let me think.
30
Was it
some odd
2020?
years.
Yeah. A good 27.
Yeah, at least.
93
something
to 2000,
Yeah, that's
27.
35 years. Something like
35?
That.
Wow.
Something like that.
All right.
And I mean, we grow constantly. We grow and
then
in
regrow
Ephesians, it
and-
describes
Right.
how we grow up into Him, who is the head. But that's where our motivation is.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible tells us that in order to love, they that dwelleth in love dwelleth in Him,
Correct.
and He in them. But we first have to dwell in love. Dionne Warwick and Burt Bacharach, he was the composer years ago. You remember the song,
Yeah.
What the World Needs Now
Yeah.
is love, sweet love.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that there's just too little of, and we really do have too little of it now.
That's true.
So we, you and me, Jimmy,
Or the vessels.
we have to demonstrate that love.
Yep,
to
I agree.
people.
All right. Well, I'm going to say we're about done, if that's okay.
Oh,
But you know,
yes.
my description of Greg is he's a good, godly man. He's a family man. He cares. He wants to serve his community. He's already served his country. He wants to make a difference. You know, so get to know him. Make a point of looking him up and checking him out, and make your own decision from there. How's that?
That's good.
Okay.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Now I'm going to give you a couple gift cards to Vanderwin's.
Vanderwin's okay.
Okay. So how many kids you going to be hanging out with over the weekend?
Just 1, 2, 3.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay. And does your
good.
wife like ice cream?
That's the other kid I was talking about. That's one of the kids. you should have asked that question.
All right. All right.
thanks.
Well, I'm going to let you go,
All
okay?
right, thanks
Take care.
so
All
much,
right.
Jimmy.
Thank
It's
you for
good to
joining
see
me.
you, man.
Good to see you.
right.
All right. There he goes. Good friend of mine, good man, Greg Fuller. Get to know him, look him up. I think you will like him. So I really enjoy his friendship. I really, truly do. So anyway, folks, that is another political candidate, and there's a lot going on. I need to catch up on some commercials a little bit. So you're watching a show. It's Jim Weller. Weller Does Delmarva. We're here each and every Saturday morning. We're going to do some giveaways. Next few weeks, we're going to break out the prize wheel. I came up with a great idea for a $50 shopping spree at Weller's, so I'm going to tell you more about that in the weeks to come. But we got some fun. But I did say it earlier, and I want to make sure you understand. If you own a business and you want to give me some gift cards, like $10 gift cards, I'm going to be more specific, $10, $15, $25 gift card. If you own a business and you want to give me some gift cards to give away on my show, you will get the promotion of it. People will, I'll give them the gift card and then they'll come to your business and use it. If they never use the gift card, you're not out anything. But if they do, I expect you to honor the gift card. But I like giveaways. My audience likes giveaways, and that would be a way for you to get some advertising that doesn't cost you a whole lot of money. So anyway, L&W Insurance Agency is a sponsor of the show. My friend Bill Strickland owns and operates L&W. He's got a whole team of people. It's a 2 or 3 story building up in Dover, and I think there's about 50 people that work there. All I know is when I need service, I get it. So if you need insurance, whether it's car insurance, life insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, whether you need homeowners insurance, whether you need insurance for your motorhome or your camper or your jet ski, your motorcycle, whatever you may need insurance. If you want to compare insurance, you're fully insured now, but you bought it at some 1-800 I don't care about you number. You just got a good deal, but you really don't know if you got good insurance. Feel free to give L&W a call, and they will compare what you got to what they would have sold you or recommend, and you might just take their recommendations and do nothing, or you may want to switch over to L&W Insurance Agency. I have been advertising for them for years, and since then I have had many people. I saw somebody just the other day at Kevin Short's open house at Mid-South Audio that switched all their insurance to L&W, and not only did they get a good deal, they love the level of local service they get. When they say, yeah, we live here, it's like, oh, yep, I know your neighbors, and stuff like that. Where when you deal with these over the internet, over the phone, insurance companies, they don't have no idea who you are, where you live, or what you're even dealing with. So L&W is truly a locally owned and locally operated company. They support many things in our community, and I think you will enjoy dealing with them. So how do you reach them? You can get a free estimate, a second opinion, whatever you want to do. 302-856-7828, 856-7828, lwinsurance.com. Check them out on the web. Look them up on Facebook. Like their page. Good people, honest people. They'll take good care of you. Commercial, personal, whatever you got. All right. With that said, Weller's Utility Trailers. A lot of people have heard of that. That's my business. And it opens today at 8 o'clock, which means it is opened. And we have got a lot of trailers in, but we were out of tow dollies for like 5 days. Okay. Very unheard of for me to be out of anything. All right. So we got 20 tow dollies in the other day. And if you need a tow dolly, we got them, okay? We got new trailers, used trailers. We got a little bit of everything, and we're looking to buy trailers. So if you got a trailer for sale and we can just buy it off of you, I would like to buy your trailer, okay? It's that simple. Bay to the Beach Builders. You've heard me talk about week after week after week after week how they're building a house for me for one of my daughters. And this is a sponsor segment, and I love dealing with Bay to the Beach Builders on this project. Now, I want to tell you what I like is I met with them. We made a deal on the house. We went to the design center. We picked out the doorknobs and the knobs on the drawers and the cabinets and the faces on the cabinets and the countertops and the sinks and the spigots and just everything imaginable. The shutters, the roofing shingles, the siding, everything was picked out at one spot. They didn't run me from here to here to here. They have got an idea home and a design center. They've got one in Greenwood, and then they've got one down in Ocean View. And what I really want to encourage you, even if you aren't in the market for a house, but you're maybe going to do some remodeling or you just want something to do one day that's interesting and kind of exciting, stop into the Ocean View 10,000 square foot idea home and design studio. No appointment necessary. You can just stop in when they're open. You don't even have to be in the market for a house. You just want to check this thing out. It has got all kinds of ideas. They had a microwave in there that the door on the microwave was a computer screen. So if you were in the middle of cooking something and you wanted to bring up a cookbook or watch a YouTube video on how to do something, it's right there on the screen of the thing. They had a refrigerator that it somehow kept track of everything that was in there. So if you were at the store and you wanted to know how much milk you had or were you out of it, it's all kinds of neat electronic things. So anyway, it's just really interesting. A lot of smart technology, a lot of interesting things at the Idea Home in Ocean View for Bay to the Beach Builders. But again, They don't do remodeling, but they do new homes. They're not a tract builder. They're not in there building a 100-home development. They're building your home, your home. If you don't have a lot and you want to get a lot and a home package, you need to get up with them. They're connected with many realtors. They're connected with many lenders. They're locally owned and operated. It's Derek and Parla Parker. But anyway, and they started out as just a young couple from Greenwood, and now they own Bay to the Beach Builders. They started it from scratch, and I'm very impressed with them, and I'm very happy to be dealing with them on this new home. All right, everything they've said they were going to do, they've done it. It's been on schedule. They have Amish craftsmanship. They have a lot of Amish. They, hand built the home locally. It includes the framing, the masonry, the concrete foundation, the siding, the trim, the cabinets, and even right down to cleaning it is all done by the Amish. There are some things that the Amish doesn't do, which is the plumbing and the electrical, but I want to let you know the majority of the house is Amish quality craftsmanship. So give them a call. Give them a call. You can tell them excited about it. Give them a call, 302-349-5099, 349-5099, baytothebeachbuilders.com on the web. Like them on Facebook. Tell your friends about them. If you're in the market for a new home anytime in the near future, you owe it to yourself to sit down and talk with them about it. All right. Now, I did give away some Vanderwins gift cards. So I want to just brag on Vanderwins, but as fast as you can call me, right now, for the next couple minutes, I'm going to give away 2 Vanderwins gift cards to every person that gets through, okay? The number, because some people on the radio can't see the TV screen, it's 422-7336. This is a Vanderwin moment, and we're going to give away as many Vanderwin gift cards as we can, 2 of them at a time, for you by calling in. 422-7336. 422-7336. If you're watching on TV, Facebook, YouTube, listening on the radio, it's for everybody. 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, absolutely free. Call me now. You got to pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville, Tuesday through Friday. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
And who am I talking to?
You're speaking to Joe.
And are you spelling that J-O-E?
That's the way I do it.
All right, Joe. I'm going to say thank you for calling. You watching on TV, radio, or where?
I'm on the radio.
On the radio. Do I look okay today?
You look great.
Thank you, Joe. I'm going to leave you, so have a good weekend, okay?
Thank you much.
See ya. Bye-bye. It's that simple, folks. It's that simple. If you want 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, you call me up. Now, don't tell me you're Joe, because I've already got a Joe and I've already got a Connie. Caller, are you there? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Great.
Who am I talking to?
Sherry.
How you spelling Sherry?
Sherry.
Very good. You got that correct. That makes you eligible for 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, okay?
Thank you.
Hey, you watch it on TV, Facebook, radio, or where?
Facebook.
Facebook. All right. Do I look okay today?
You look great. I'm looking forward to your next guest.
All right. Lee Murphy?
Yep.
You know that guy?
I do.
All right. He says he's very intelligent, is he?
Oh, yes. He's got it all. Perfect for U.S. Congress.
And he told me he can drive a train and keep it on the tracks.
He can every time and on time.
Well, good. And that's the way he'll help run our state, huh?
Exactly right.
There you go. All right. Thanks for calling, okay?
Thank you.
Bye. All right, callers, it's that simple, okay? You can be excited about a political candidate, or you can just be excited about ice cream. But if you want 2 gift cards to Vanderwins, what you do is you pick up the telephone and dial it in this order. You dial the 422, then 7336, and you can have 2 gift cards to Vanderwins ice cream. I'm going to stop here in just a minute or so. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, right here.
And who am I talking to?
Lou from Bridgeville.
And are you spelling that L-O-U?
Yes.
And do you like ice cream?
Oh, yeah. We go there. We know the Vanderwins pretty well. In fact, I got Jesse's 4x8 sign sitting in my front yard right now.
Who's this Jesse guy you're talking about?
You know Jesse.
Jesse Vanderwin, my state rep? All right. You like him, evidently.
Oh, yeah. He's a nice guy.
Do you like him just because he has good ice cream?
No, he's one of the good guys.
He's one of the good guys. Hard worker, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, Lou, I'm going to thank you and have a good day, okay?
You too.
All right.
Rebound.
All right. Bye. All right, one more caller real quick, 422-7336, and then they're going to cut me off the radio, and I'll only be on TV and Facebook and everywhere, and, it just cuts my audience. All right, caller, are you there? Oh, you got to turn your volume down. How about now? Are you there?
Hi there.
That's real good. Who am I talking to?
It's Terry from FIFA.
Can you spell it for me? Oh, Terry.
Yeah.
You're still living in Seaford?
Yeah.
And who's going to pick these up for you?
What's his name? Greg Nichols.
Greg Nichols?
Yeah.
I bet he gets tired of picking these things up.
Oh, he loved it. When you give him sweet, when I give him sweet, what I do, I just get that from you, then I give it to him.
Does he like ice cream?
Oh, yes, he do.
All right, well, we don't want him to gain any weight or nothing, okay?
Oh, all right, buddy.
Hey, Terry, you have a good weekend, all right?
You do same, Jim.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. That's Terry from Seaford, everybody, a good friend of the show, a good listener. As you can tell, folks, as you listen to this show, we have a lot of loyal listeners, and we appreciate that. And I don't know whether I'm talking to hundreds or hundreds of thousands. Is that another phone call? Was that one ringy-dingy? And where's Colin at? Colin, we're ready for you. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
And are you calling about ice cream or to purchase advertising?
Yes, I am.
Which one?
I'm calling about ice cream. Brenda from Bridgeville.
And is that Brenda from Bridgeville?
Brenda from Bridgeville, yeah.
All right. Do you want to put in a plug for a political candidate while you're on here?
Well, Lee Murphy and Winsky.
Okay. You know them both?
And Julianne Murray. I know Julianne personally.
Really? She's got a good head of hair, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
All right.
She does.
and a good head on her shoulders, huh?
She should share it with you.
She should. She should. You think she'd make a good governor?
Oh, yes. She is a go-getter.
We need that desperately, don't we?
Yes.
Do you think she likes ice cream?
Oh, I don't know.
We're going to have to get her on the phone and ask her, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Brenda, are you watching on TV, Facebook, or how?
I just turned the TV on because the radio went off.
The radio went off?
Well, I had it set.
All right.
Go
Well,
off.
and this is Brenda, right?
This is Brenda from Bridgeville.
Now, do you happen to know where Weller's is?
Oh, yeah. Been
All right.
there.
They
many
built.
times.
All right. Well, that's where you're going to pick up these gift cards.
Okay.
All right. Well, there'll be two waiting for you. Well,
Okay. Thank you very much.
Brenda.
Wait a minute.
Brenda.
Yes.
Hi, have you seen 14.2, channel 14.2 yet on TV?
I have watched it occasionally, yes.
All right, great, good. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it.
I watched the news yesterday, I believe it was.
Very
Wow.
good, yeah. If you watched on 14.2, it was definitely the news.
Anything exciting on there? Anything stick with you?
No, it was repeating after a while, so I turned it off.
Every half hour, yep.
Every half hour.
Yep.
I don't have TV on very much at all. I just happened to click it on, so I watched it.
Well, I'm glad you tuned into us anyway.
Yeah. You know why it repeats?
Why?
Because people have to hear things 3.5 times before they remember them. Haven't you ever had employees?
The Democrats have to hear it.
Oh, my gosh. All right, we're going to end on that note, okay?
Okay.
See you, Brenda.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, thank you, Brenda, for tuning in to TV Delmarva. So
Yep.
lots of good stuff on TV Delmarva. And, we've got the Delmarva News Net right here,
Yep.
14.2. And she's right. It does after
Let me see
a
this
half hour.
mug. I thought it was a Wawa mug.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's my new.
Okay.
That came right directly from the Newsnet headquarters.
This
they
is
sent
a
to us, and
form
Mike
of
flags.
Colin advertising on the TV screen.
Exactly.
With the mug. I got it. I
That's
got
right.
it. He's not going to use an iron-on tattoo.
No, we're using coffee mugs. So, but
All
anyway,
right.
so Delmarva Newsnet, channel 14.2. Like us, like our Facebook page. So we put our local newscast out on that, as well as TV Delmarva. Rob Petrie's doing a great job for us.
Is he really?
He is. He's doing a really good job.
He's not watching right now. Tell the truth.
He might be watching. I don't know.
No, he's
I'm not
doing
sure.
a good
He
job.
might not be up yet.
He might not be up
This
yet.
is his
It
day
is
off.
Saturday, right.
It's his day off, but he does go out and work on Saturdays too.
He
so
does.
he gets footage and does things there. So if you have a story, any breaking news or anything, get in touch with
Scuttlebutt.
Rob.
We want some scuttlebutt.
Yeah, okay. Get in touch with Rob and tell him what's going on. Right now, I know he's doing a story on. He's working on a story, I should say.
Okay.
On the hybrid learning and the distance learning and things like that. Lots of people having issues, so he's doing kind of an in-depth story on it. Last week he did an in-depth story on the Trump signs that were vandalized up and down the highway, so he did a really good job with that. And so if you have a story, or if you have something you think he needs to look into, he really likes getting into the investigative type stuff where he goes out and gets lots of details and interviews a bunch of people. So that's what he's looking to do. He's
so
also doing the Daily News.
If you were one of the people that vandalized those Trump signs, get up with Rob Petrie.
Yeah.
He'd like to talk to you.
He wants to talk to you really bad.
Right.
Did
really
you see
bad.
the video they released of the guy stealing the sign?
He was cutting the wire ties.
Wasn't that a good video for
Wasn't
night?
it? I was thinking, well, where was he at? There was so much signs, or was that the side of a tractor trailer?
That was the side of a tractor trailer. I think he was driving the truck.
He had a whole truckload of Trump signs. Trucking for Trump. So anyway, what they don't realize they've done, and Trump is famous for this, he takes all publicity.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you want to go vandalize my signs, it makes the news media talk to me about me twice as much.
They have it. I can't believe that after 5 or 6 years of him running for president and being president, they haven't figured him out yet.
No, they haven't. He works them news people. He gets more free advertising than... Because they do tell you in business, when people are talking about you, it's a form of advertising.
It is.
You know what I mean? And
you don't want it all to be bad.
No, but opinions are like armpits. Everybody's got two, and they both usually have an odor. Okay? That's my opinion of opinions.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you, okay?
So anyway, Rob has done some.
Was there
really
anything
good
else
stories
relevant
so
you
far.
wanted to say?
Yeah, armpits were not on. Let me check my notes. No, armpits were not on my notes, Jim, of what I wanted to talk about during this segment. But that's okay. So
we are looking to hear from the people that vandalized the Trump signs.
Oh, that would be
Rob
great.
would love, and he'll do it discreetly. He'll mask your voice.
Right.
Okay, put on your mask, and he'll mask your voice.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Are you done, Colin?
I'm out of here.
We'll get out of here. Leave me alone. All right. Prep for the radio. I'm prepping. I'm completely prepped now. I'm on the radio. We got a lot to do. I got a little teeny bit behind. You got me goofing off over here. I did talk about the Clayton Theater. We gave away some gift cards, or tried to. But the bottom line is, if you're looking for a good movie place, this is a sponsor segment. The Clayton Theater is a great little getaway. It's down in Dagsboro. It's been there like 60 or 70 years. It's a beautiful facility. Nice comfy chairs, clean as a whistle, nice bathrooms, great popcorn, and they have movies every single night of the week, 7 days a week at 7 o'clock, and they got matinees at 3 on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you want to go to a matinee, you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So anyway, it's a great place. It's called the Clayton Theater. Check it out at ilovetheclayton.com. 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 They're also on Facebook. They're downtown Dagsboro. And if you want a free ticket to the Clayton Theater, stay tuned. Sooner or later, we're going to give you one, okay? So anyway, what is next? I got one more little sponsor segment to do, and I want to talk about Dry Zone. People say, you must love this place. This is a company that I've dealt with. I've dealt with them on a crawl space encapsulation. I had a very old home in Blades where the floors were sagging. And they came in and put these beams in underneath, these nice aluminum looking beams and these special smart jacks, and leveled it all up. And now the door's shut and everything's good. And everything they do it in a really professional way. And it also adds value to the property if I ever want to sell the property. And all of their warranties are transferable. So what do? They do electrical work. So if you're getting ready for your Christmas lights, or you're going to have some people over for Thanksgiving and you need a couple more receptacles, they do all kinds of electrical work. They do crawl space encapsulation. They do poly level, where they can take concrete where like a piece of concrete went down, which the back sides went up. They can level it. It's amazing. And you can use it 15 minutes after they level it. It doesn't matter whether it's part of the highway or part of your garage, your basement, or your sidewalk, poly level. Okay. They also do where if you got a basement and your basement never leaked, now all of a sudden it's leaking. Okay. They can help you with that. They've got solutions for everything. They know what they're doing. They're professional. They're licensed. They're insured. They know what's going on, and their warranties are transferable. If you sell your property, that's important. They are always looking for more teammates. They are growing. I've been advertising for them for years now, and they just keep growing from 10 employees to 20 to 30 to 40. There's just no stopping them. So if you're looking for a career change, you want to work somewhere that's in a very growth mode. Dry Zone is looking. They will train you, they will help you, and they will take good care of you. So it's dryzone.com, 684-5034, 684-5034. Dryzone.com. They also do concrete coating. Tell them I sent you. Like them on Facebook. Spread the word. And that's about it for Dry Zone. I can't say any more. I'm not allowed to. I'm out of time. All right, my next guest, his name is Lee Murphy, and he is running for the U.S. House. And I've had him on a couple times, and he's quite an intelligent young man, got a good track record, wants to make a difference, won the primary, and now he just wants to take it across the finish line.
Jim, it's good to be with you.
Good to be with you.
Now, I was sitting out there, and you're talking about hair.
Yeah.
You're talking about ice cream.
Yeah.
And we're talking about armpits, right?
Right. Everything. There's nothing off topic. Vandalizing Trump signs, whatever it takes. In other words, we like to keep our crowd entertained. So
Okay,
we're hoping the guy that did the vandalizing will call in.
Yeah, I saw those signs on the way down.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It is terrible. It is terrible, but it is a whole nother form of advertising.
It sure
It
is.
makes now people are really looking at the signs.
That's right.
So
But before I leave, I want that ice cream.
do you? Have you ever been to Vanderwin's?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Okay,
It's
just
fantastic.
checking. All right.
Yeah, it's
All right.
fantastic.
So I do want to say I don't like to ask people their age, but I heard you had a birthday.
I did have a birthday just recently, and
We don't need your age.
It was
That's okay.
fantastic. But
I'm sure you're over 45.
I was born in the 1950s. How's that?
Okay. All right. So was I. So,
Okay.
and you've held your hair well.
Yeah, it's still hanging in there.
Right. I
And,
should have held my hair weller, but I didn't. But anyway,
you look very distinguished.
I'm trying. All right. So you're running. You're
Yeah,
running.
I'm
Won
running
the primary.
I mean, we're running for United States Congress, and we started this campaign June of 2019.
Okay.
And it's hard to believe that we're coming down to the home stretch right now. I feel really positioned to win this race. We have a solid base of support up and down the state in the
you do.
Republican Party. Of course, independents and Democrats have to vote for me to win this election.
That's right. It's going to take
And
everybody.
It's going to take everybody. The registration obviously is against a Republican candidate, but I feel strongly that independents and Democrats out there, they see what's going on in our state. They see what's going on in the nation. It's unacceptable to most people, quite frankly.
It's time for change.
It's time for change. I mean,
it's just quite frankly, it's that simple. I mean, these career politicians have served us well, and it's time for a change.
Well, in Delaware, Jim, we have languished economically. We have been in last place for the last 5 years economically,
But that makes
among all the states.
Right. But
in
that
the
makes their job easier.
That makes
We need
it-
somebody who wants to work a little harder for Delaware.
We need somebody that wants to work a little bit harder. But the current crop of politicians on every level, we have Democrats. Okay, they are not accountable to anybody,
Right.
and they for years have thought, well, I'm going to win this election, I'll win the next election, or I'll move up to this office and I'll run for this office. It's a chain that we have to break.
Right.
And
If we want change.
if we want change, it's up
Yeah.
to the voters, it's up to the people of Delaware.
Right.
And
And it's time.
it's time, and in 2020, with the state of our state, the state of our nation, I think people are really looking for people that want to work and want to represent them, and representatives who are listening to them,
And are willing to.
willing to listen.
Right. What
Yes.
I have noticed about you is you're willing to spend time in Sussex County. In other words, I mean, a lot of people don't even want to come down here. Like we have the plague or the COVID or something, but I appreciate the fact that you're saying, look, I want to cover the whole state. You all matter. In other words, a lot of our political leaders just think all they got to focus on is Newcastle, but there is Sussex County too. So I'm thanking you for putting some effort into us.
Well, I love Sussex County.
I know, but I have a hard time getting a candidate from Kent County down here.
If I win this election, I'll make a pledge today. I'll move to Sussex County. How's
Will you
that?
really?
Yeah, I'll seriously think.
You've got to at least buy one trailer.
Okay, I'll do that to move.
Right, to move. There you go.
But-
all right, so how do people learn about you? Like if they're listening right this minute, I never even heard of Lee Murphy. I like his signs. He has a good picture on there. But tell me about this guy. So how do people get to know you quickly?
Well, they can go to gomurph.com.
Gomurph.com.
And my website lays out how I stand on all the issues.
Okay.
Okay, which is opposite of of my opponent. You know,
Right.
I believe in the Second Amendment. I don't
Okay.
want to take your guns away like my
Okay.
opponent.
Thank you.
I'm pro-life.
Okay.
I believe in protecting life from the womb to the natural end of life.
Mm-hmm.
I am pro-law enforcement.
Okay.
I support the police. I do not want to defund the police.
Okay.
Unlike my opponent, I like freedom. I do not want socialism.
Okay.
So there's a clear choice here.
Yeah. Right. There's no gray area.
There's no gray area between myself and Lisa Blunt Rochester.
Okay.
No gray area. But people can go to my website, gomurph.com, to learn more about me.
You got an event coming up? Anything happening in the next day or two or week or two? Or go to the website and figure it out?
Our events go to the website. But from here on out, we're in the home stretch. We have about a month to go. And we're going to be on the ground every day. And I love my friends in Sussex County, but I got to tell you, this race is going to be won or lost for me.
Yeah.
In Newcastle County.
I agree.
So,
but thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks. Absolutely.
You know, thank you.
But I'm on the ground, and I'll be on the ground in Newcastle County, and it's one voter at a time. And I have to fight the battle from these next 30 days. I have to fight that battle there.
Can people still donate to you, or are you full?
Am I full?
Yeah.
Is your bank account full?
Not yet. I got just this much more room left.
No, they can go to my website, gomurph.com, and
how much is it again? They can donate $2,400
up to $2,800.
$2,800.
Yes,
Okay.
but we will.
Would
accept,
could they donate $50?
They can donate $50. They can donate $20. They can donate $100. And as in any campaign, the small donations add up.
Yes, they do.
And I have many donations that are $5, $10, $25 donations from people that really can't afford to donate, but they are donating because they believe in the cause. They want our state to be turned around, and those small donations add up. But I will take the $2,800 donation also.
Okay. All right.
And if you're a married couple, you can just double that, and that's legal.
Wow. And that's just a little bit less than $6,000, folks.
That's
$5,600.
that's
It's
correct.
only $5,600 is the way I would say it.
But I mean, campaigns,
they cost money.
It costs money,
Right.
And we spend our money, every single dollar, very effectively, I think.
Right.
And we need support, financial support down the stretch. There's no question about it.
I want to encourage people, though. This is a real critical time in our world, in our country, in our state, and so on. You know, we've never been in this position. None of us. And if you have never donated to a campaign, even if it's just $5, I really want to encourage people to do that today, to just take a moment and say, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and do something I've never done. And just go to gomurph.com, and it'll explain to you there how to do it.
There's a big red button that says donate.
Donate.
And you just
so it's not too complicated.
Press on that button, and magic will happen.
All right.
Yeah. But
so,
this, as you mentioned, Jim, this is the most important election in our lifetime.
I've never known of one more critical.
It's not about Republican or Democrat or independent. It's about freedom, or do you want
or the lack of,
or you want government to control your life?
Right. Because
it's really about that, and it's just a crucial time in our history. And I want my grandkids, and I'm sure everybody wants their grandkids and children going forward to have the same opportunities, the same freedom, the same country that we grew up and what we enjoy today. Too many people have worked so hard for what we have today. We're not going to give it up. I will not give
without
it up.
a fight.
And we are in a fight with the radical left. I mean, they want to shut down the economy. They want to take away our rights, take away our guns. They want to shut down schools for our kids. We're in a battle here.
I feel it. I feel it.
Hey, and I'm ready. I'm ready. It's a war.
Mm-hmm. It's a war. So let's get engaged. Let's get engaged and make a difference. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anything else? What are you doing today?
GoMurph.com. I got a really interesting story to tell here. Right after we leave here, we're going to meet a gentleman, a World War II veteran, 96 years old. He fought with General George Patton in World War II.
Really?
And he wants to support my candidacy. And we're going to sit down and talk with him and do a little interview.
Really?
And my dad fought in World War II veteran. And I'm just really
what an honor.
What an honor. These guys what they did at that time in history, quite frankly, we wouldn't be sitting here talking without their sacrifice.
Yep,
So
I
I'm really
agree.
looking forward to that.
Wow.
Today.
Well, good.
Yeah.
All right. You do eat ice cream?
I love ice cream.
All right.
Not usually in the morning.
How many you
but,
want? How many you need?
Well, I think my friend Sherry called.
I want to make Sherry go into Weller's and get them.
I think that looks good.
Okay.
I got two grandkids, and Sherry and myself will.
All right.
We'll go have some ice cream. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to leave you, okay?
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out in the middle of nowhere.
It's okay.
This place has a lot of history, so
I bet it
anyway. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. So have a good weekend. Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you,
And
Jim.
God bless you, and be careful, all right?
Okay, we'll see you.
All right, see ya. GoMurph.com. Check it out, everybody. Even if you've never got involved, here is your chance. This is a chance of a lifetime. All right, let's blow through some more sponsor segments. Don't forget tonight, the Camp Barnes Benefit Stock Car Race at the Delaware International Speedway. Special ceremony, special recognition of our good friend Eddie Pettyjohn. 8-Ball. A lot of people remember him from the Little Lincoln days. He's raced in many different categories of racing. He's kind of famous, does a great job. He lives in Milton, and his name is Eddie Pettyjohn. Good friend of mine, good man, good Christian man. And I want to encourage people to go out to the Delaware State or Delaware International Speedway to support the Camp Barnes Benefit Stock Car Race. It's put on by the Delaware State Police. It is a fundraiser event, and all the proceeds go to help run Camp Barnes. Now today, Wilson's Auction, Route 113 in Lincoln. Big auction starting at 10 o'clock this morning. A lot of different things right there on Route 113 in Lincoln. It'll go all day and into the evening. You never know what you're going to find, but you're going to find a bargain there. You're going to have a lot of fun doing it, okay? The other thing is on not Sunday, but on Tuesday night, they have an auto auction at 6 o'clock where you can buy or sell a vehicle, or you could do both. You could sell your vehicle and buy another vehicle. So anyway, buy like the dealers do at auction at Wilson's on Tuesday night. Now, next Saturday, the 10th, is that right? Next Saturday is the 10th already. Man, they're going to have the auction in Lincoln next Saturday, of course, at 10 o'clock, but they're having an off-site public estate auction, and I want you to go to wilsonsauction.com and look on upcoming auctions. This one here is in Milton, and it is the estate of, I forgot his name, Donald Mills. I knew him. Local man, I believe at one time he was the police chief. He's definitely a farmer, just a good guy. It's his estate. So they're selling all kinds of things, vehicles and farm machinery and everything in the house. So check that out. That's next Saturday. Next Saturday, they'll have the sale in Lincoln, plus they'll have this off-site sale. WilsonsAuction.com, phone number 422-3454. If you want to sell something or you got questions, go to the website or give them a call at 422-3454, and like their Facebook page too, if you would. Wilson's Auction is on the Facebook. Okay. Now I want to make sure I don't miss anything. I was looking all around. Got just a couple other sponsor segments. You know what? Beans Attic, I think, is back open this weekend. Route 113 in Lincoln. I got a lot of my life there. It's where my tire business used to be, right across from Fitzgerald's, and it's called Beans Attic. And you can stop by there and check them out. Jack and Holly Bean, all kinds of interesting things, lots of things, over 5,000 square feet of shopping in one single location, easy to get to, right on the highway, convenient parking. I think they took a vacation and now they're back and stocked up, okay? So stop in there and look around at Beans Attic. One more thing, another little sponsor of the show is a good friend of ours, Jerry Santoro, Jerry's Paving, located in Greenwood. It's the time of year a lot of people are buying firewood, want to get some firewood for campfires, or you might heat with wood, or you might have a wood burning oven for all I know. So anyway, if you need some firewood, he'll deliver it, or you can pick it up from his place in Greenwood. It's seasoned, it's hardwood, ready to go. He also sells what's it called? Mulch. Sells lots of mulch. I don't know if people need mulch right now or not, but if you've got an irrigation system and you need it winterized, or you want to put a new one in, you got some paver work you want done, any kind of landscaping, if you need a lot cleared, you got a tree that's leaning over and you just want to get it cut down. We've had a lot of rain and a lot of wind lately. So he does stumps, whatever you need done. Jerry Santoro, licensed and insured, local guy, free estimates. He'll do a good job for you, okay? So you give him a call. Ready for the phone number? It's 302, of course, 363-6025, 363-6025. Jerry Santoro, it's JLC-LLC.com on the web. Now, what in the world is the last thing I need to talk about on today's show? I want to make sure I don't miss anything. I again want to mention that our good friend, community individual Jack Fitzgerald passed away a little bit over a week ago, and he is having a service today at the Crossroad Community Church in Georgetown. If you know Jack, you remember Jack, you want to reminisce and meet the family and pay your condolences, it is today, okay? And Jack was a real inspiration to me over the years. I'm almost embarrassed to tell this story, but I'm going to tell it because it really changed my life. At 15 years old, myself and a couple friends, we broke into Fitzgerald's and we stole radiators is what we did in the middle of a snowstorm. We pushed them up the wall, out the window, down to the ground, drug them across the field, put them in a car. I went to school the next day. The other guys sold the radiators to another junkyard and they got arrested, told on me. I got arrested, and Jack Fitzgerald showed me grace. He showed me forgiveness. He showed me grace, and he has impacted my life from the age of 15 years old on. I have watched him. He was a man of character. The way he handled himself, the way he ran his business, the way he took care of his family and his employees has always inspired me. I just don't know if anybody that's listening has ever had somebody that really, really, really made an impact on your life. But Jack Fitzgerald made an impact on Jim Weller's life at 15 years old, and he has just been an inspiration to me. So, I guess if I could ever grow up and be like Jack Fitzgerald, I would. He was a good man in our community. Fitzgerald's, I believe it's called Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling, right there on Route 113 in Lincoln, and good people. He's got a daughter named Kim, one named John, and one named Scott, and his wife is Karen. And the service is today at Crossroad Community Church in Georgetown. There's a visitation time from noon till 1, and then at 1 there is a memorial service, or a celebration of life, I would call it, today for my friend. Our community, misses him. He was a big part of our community. So I can't say it enough. I don't really normally talk about people like this, but he really affected me. And I say thank you, Jack Fitzgerald, for your life, your walk, your witness, your friendship, your kindness, and all that you've done for us. Rest in peace, my friend. All right. That's the best way I can say that about Jack Fitzgerald. Julleanna Murray is a very busy young lady. She is running for governor of Delaware. I personally believe she would make a fantastic candidate. So if you don't know Julleanna Murray, look her up on Facebook. Follow her. She is very busy. Got a lot of campaigning to do. There's a lot of people in Newcastle County she's got to reach out to and get to know. But there is something coming up that I think I'm actually going to go to. It's Small Business Supports Julleanna Murray at the Mapledale Country Club in Dover. It looks like it's October 12th. And I want to encourage people to check that event out. You buy a plate, and go there. It's a dinner and it's a social gathering. It's a lot of businesses, and I think I'm going to go to that. So look that up. Look up Julleanna Murray on the Facebook, and like her page, and consider voting for her. Consider donating to her. I don't like to be overly political, but you got to admit, friends, the way the state of Delaware is going right now is tough on all of us. Okay, and John Carney has done his best. I'm not going to say he hasn't. But, if this is his best, I don't know if that's good enough for us. So what I'm saying is there is an opportunity to vote on November 3rd. You need to exercise that right. Vote for who you want to vote for. I'm just telling you that I personally I'm supporting Julleanna Murray. So that's where I'm at on that, and Lee Murphy and some other people. So with that said, I am going to, what have I got time to do? Anybody else want a gift card to Vanderwin's? Let's do that real quick. It seems to be a pretty happy thing to do. I'm looking around to see if I got anything to give away, but it's all tucked away. So we'll get to it next week. We're going to start over the next few weeks having more giveaways, more interaction with people. And I'm throwing this out there. If you own a business and you would like us to do this show from your business, right in your lobby, right in the front of your store, we are for hire, okay? We are for hire. So anyway, if you have an interest in this, it's not free. It takes takes a lot of energy, a lot of work, a lot of internet for us to do the show. We'd like to lock down somewhere for 6 weeks or 10 weeks or 12 weeks or 52 weeks if you want to hire us, but you get promotions on radio and TV all out through the week. We advertise on Facebook about the show. We've got a lot of different viewers and listeners. We're going on our 8th year of doing it, and we'd like to land somewhere, that will be good for you and good for us. So anyway, the phone number for Jerry Santoro. The phone number for Jerry Santoro, somebody needs it. It's 302-363-6025. 302-363-6025 is the phone number for Jerry Santoro. I love advertising on this show because it's instant. I got somebody texting me saying, I want to get up with Jerry Santoro. It's just that simple, folks. Advertising works on Weller Does Delmarva. Now, I think in a couple minutes, we're going to end this show. I got a couple minutes left. Dan Gaffney's got a show called, I believe, Saturday Spotlight. He has a lot of fun with it, and I think it's kind of his relaxing day. In other words, Dan works 6 days a week. Good, hard-working family man, but on Saturdays, I think he has a little fun, but quite frankly, I think he has fun every day. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching the show. If you're watching on Facebook, would you do me a favor and hit the share button and tell your friends about it? If you'd send me a text message or a comment, an email, I'd like to know what you think of the show. But this is the end of the show. It's over, folks. We will be back next Saturday morning, I promise you, 7 o'clock, Weller Does Delmarva. Tell your friends, spread the word. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody. All right, now we're going to continue on for just a little bit longer on TV and Facebook. They're telling me it's 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Oh, it was only 30 seconds. So anyway, I just want to say thanks a lot. TV Delmarva, advertising opportunities. If you want to advertise on TV, Colin's got some affordable things for you. His phone number is 242-8015, 242-8015. If you want to get involved or advertise on TV Delmarva, get up with Colin. Thank you. God bless you. Goodbye.